Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, we will be talking about Quique Setién's future at FC Barcelona, and the next topic that we will be talking about is about Neymar Jr. And so the reason why I do want to talk about Quique Setien and his future at the club is because yesterday, Bartomeu and Quique Setien did have a meeting, and according to Moises Llorens, he has stated that Barcelona president Bartomeu will hold crisis talks with coach Quique Setien on Friday with the team in a delicate situation after losing La Liga to Madrid. And so the only reason why Bartomeu does want to have this meeting is because he wants feedback. He wants information from Quique Setien. Like, he wants to know, how do you feel about this loss? Do you feel like you still have control over the dressing room? What is your relationship with the team? And so they do want to address some things. Like, I get it. Setien could be saying that maybe I have lost the dressing room. This player said this and this player said that. Like, that's the type of meeting that Bartomeu and Quique Setien did have. And Moises Llorens continued to say, sources from the Barcelona changing room claim that the job is too big for Setien, and that when he tried to impose something, it was too late. At times, it feels like he wants to be sacked. And it makes sense, right? It makes sense that this locker room and this team could be too big for Setien. Like, Setien did have an interview. I think it was the post-match interview after the game against Celta Vigo when Eder Sarabia and Messi did have that clash that was claimed by the media. And Setien said that while all of that was going on, Setien was learning. He was trying to examine how players react in certain situations. And so Setien is really new to managing a club like this, and he did express that in public after that match. And so while this whole catastrophe is going on, right, while Barcelona did lose against Osasuna 2-1 and Setien's job could be on the line, one of the biggest rumors that has been going on in the media is that Garcia Pimienta could take charge after the league season is over, and that Garcia Pimienta is highly favored, besides Xavi Hernandez, to take over FC Barcelona. And it says here, reports that Barcelona could promote reserve coach Garcia Pimienta in place of Setien is unlikely, as he is not the profile they are looking for. And so this is basically explaining that Pimienta is not favored to be coaching FC Barcelona, and I have no idea why. I don't know what is the criteria that Barcelona is looking for, but that is where they're at the moment. And before I go even further about Pimienta, I do want to address something about Setien, right? I don't think that we should be blaming everything on Setien. Like, this cannot be all of Quique Setien's fault. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, look, you cannot hire and fire like 3 to 4 coaches in 3 to 4 years. Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, you got to give these coaches time to implement their strategy at FC Barcelona. They have to do exactly what they did with Ernesto Valverde. Like, yes, Valverde did fail us in 2 semifinals in the UEFA Champions League, and Barcelona continued to try and give him chances, and that's the type of energy I do want to see them bring towards Quique Setien. And to be honest, like, Setien did bring good things to this club so far. Like, he taught the team on how to bring the ball quicker and gain possession faster. He birthed Ricky Puig, and he's actually showing us hints of what Griezmann could become with FC Barcelona. Griezmann, about 2 weeks ago, did come out with one of the best games he has played in a FC Barcelona jersey. So there are things that Quique Setien is solving, but what I think is the biggest problem that's going on in Barcelona is that we are starting to see the aftermath of Bartomeu's and the board's bad sporting project. Like, we know this already. There is no sporting project in FC Barcelona. It's poorly planned, it's poorly thought out, and we are finally seeing the results. And I think that what Setien is doing right now at FC Barcelona is that he's not coaching Barcelona right now. I really don't think that. I think that what's going on is that Setien is trying to solve the problems and trying to find solutions from Bartomeu's and the board members' sporting project. And those are two completely different things. And I think that this is what we're seeing. We're seeing Setien try and solve the problems that Bartomeu did lay the foundation on 3 to 4 years ago. And yes, have we seen Quique Setien make some late subs? Yes, but those are only minor problems. I think that the big and main problem here is the core of this team. Like, there is no foundation in this squad, and Quique Setien has to deal with this. And I honestly do believe that the club do not see that. They are unaware of the mistakes that they did do 3 to 4 years ago. They are blaming Quique Setien on the failures that's going on in this season. And as for Garcia Pimienta, like, yes, he's a great coach. I think that he's a great alternative, and he has also coached Barcelona B, and we know how everything goes when it comes to Barcelona B coaches coaching the first team. Like, we have seen Guardiola coach Barcelona B. He turned out to be very successful in the first team. And then we also saw Luis Enrique, who also coached Barcelona B and then turned out to be very successful in the first team. Now, does this mean that we're for sure going to see guaranteed success from Garcia Pimienta when he does coach the first team? No, but it does give us an idea of what Pimienta could bring to this FC Barcelona squad. But here's the main problem, right? It says here, according to Javi Miguel, Abidal does not want Pimienta if Setien gets sacked. And so if it's not going to be Garcia Pimienta Pimienta, then who is it going to be? And that's something that we all have to question. Like, if Setien does get sacked, who is going to be that alternative? And so going back to this meeting between Bartomeu and Quique Setien, it says here, today, Setien and Bartomeu have met for about 2 hours. The idea of the club is that Setien sits on the bench in the Champions League, which basically means that they do see Quique Setien continuing to coach FC Barcelona throughout the UCL. But in the event that Setien does not follow, Francisco Javier Garcia Pimienta is not an option. And Siki Rodriguez has clarified that Quique Setien will continue at FC Barcelona for now, and that the board will not make any decisions until the league ends. But there continues to be lots of doubt. And I understand why Barcelona do not want to make a drastic change right now, because we still have one more league game to play for, which is going to be on Sunday, and we also do have a UCL match, which will be against Napoli. And I understand that they do want to be very careful on how they manage this, because the way that they did manage Valverde's exit was not okay, and it also would not make no sense for Barcelona to let go of Quique Setien before heading into a UCL match. You're just asking for a complete disaster. But let me tell you guys one thing: if Barcelona do not get past Napoli and Barcelona exits the UCL, I really do think that Setien is going to be sacked. And I'm not saying this because I want Setien to be sacked. I'm saying this because of what's been going on over the past 36 to 48 hours. And you and me know this Barcelona board. We know how they react when things like this go down. And so I'm going to explain to you guys why I'm saying that Quique Setien will for sure get sacked if Barcelona fail to go past Napoli. And so here's the thing. What Messi said after that match, in that interview, he said, I said a while ago that if we carry on like this, it will be very hard for us to win the Champions League. We couldn't even win La Liga. If we don't react, we won't beat Napoli. I'm sure the fans are running out of patience because playing like we have done, and after the Roma and Liverpool, we're not giving them anything. And so notice how Messi did bring up the UCL. Like, that whole statement there revolved around Barcelona's failures to win the UCL. And do you really think that Bartomeu and the board members are going to keep Quique Setien if Barcelona do get knocked out by Napoli, especially after what Messi just said? And I'm saying this because if there's one board member that would bend themselves for a player, it would be the Barcelona board members and Lionel Messi. Like, they are going to look at this and say, wait a minute, Messi wants the UCL. He has stated to the public that we're not good enough to win the UCL, and we also have a coach that could not bring us through a team like Napoli. Let's fire this coach because we do not want to lose a player like Lionel Messi. He seems fed up and we have to react. And that is why I say that if we fail to get past Napoli, Bartomeu will let go of Quique Setien from FC Barcelona, and they will part ways. And so that's where I stand right now. That is what I believe is going to go on, and that is what happened in this meeting. So there is a lot of doubt surrounding Quique Setien, but let's just pray for the best. Let's hope that Barcelona do go past Napoli and that Quique Setien does fulfill his contract, because I honestly don't know what Barcelona is going to do next if Quique Setien does get sacked. And I'm pretty sure that the board members themselves don't even know what they're going to do next after Quique Setien does get sacked. Now moving on to the last topic of the day, and we're going to talk about Neymar Jr. So according to Julian Lorenz, who is a very popular journalist in ESPN, he has stated Neymar has never been happier in the French capital since his return from Brazil. After the lockdown, he is even declaring his love for Paris to teammates and the people close to him. And he stated, this is the best news possible for PSG, who are hoping Neymar will extend his stay at PSG beyond June 2022, the end of his existing deal. Leonardo had a meeting planned with Neymar and his dad before the lockdown, and the signs were positive then. And so for those of you guys who are like big Neymar fans and do want to see Neymar come to FC Barcelona, there you have it. Neymar is happy at PSG. But let me tell you guys one thing, this does not mean anything. Like, the fact that we're hearing reports and someone say that Neymar is happy in Paris, like, of course we're going to hear that. Especially right now with PSG, they need to be more of a collective than ever. And it makes sense, right? Because they do have a UCL match that's coming up and they do want to go far. Like, PSG do want to make a big statement in the UCL tournament. And it also makes sense to hear this because we have to remember, PSG asked Neymar to be fully committed until the end of the season, and then they can begin talks with FC Barcelona. And I think that that is what we're seeing here. Neymar is telling PSG and saying, okay, I will be fully committed with PSG as long as this season continues to go. But after this season is over, I do want PSG and FC Barcelona to negotiate something in order for him to go back to FC Barcelona. And let me ask you guys one thing, right? Do you see Neymar Jr. in the FC Barcelona jersey next season? Because right now, Barcelona seem like they do need Neymar more than ever after hearing what Messi did say after that match and what Alves had to say about Messi, saying that Messi needs to be accompanied. And the only player that can accompany Lionel Messi on the field would be Neymar Jr. And this is only telling us one thing, is that Barcelona is going to go after Neymar Jr. PSG and Barcelona will have negotiations, but completing that operation is going to be a whole other thing. And let me give you guys my opinion real quick about this whole Neymar operation. Like, no, I do not want Neymar Jr. to come to FC Barcelona. I think that Barcelona is wasting way too much money. Like, they're already spending 111 million euros on Lautaro Martinez. I think that if they do have money to spare, that money should go towards the defensive line. There is no reason for Barcelona to get Neymar Jr. when they already have Trincao coming, Dembélé is coming back, Ansu Fati is trying to emerge into this first team, so it would not make no sense for Neymar Jr. to come in. This is only an act of short-term solution, and that is just where I stand with this whole Neymar operation. So that'll be it for today's Barcelona daily news. I really wanted this video to be more Quique Setien focused because I really do think that his job is on the line. But let's hope for the best, right? Let's hope that Barcelona do well in the UCL, and then we will see what happens next. And so again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.